Alright guys, I think today we're going to build a giant slingshot. Okay, now this thing here is going to be the support for it. It's a piece of 1 3/4 square tubing, about 10 feet 8 inches long, something like that. And I've got 2 pieces of 1x1 square tubing, 0.95 wall thickness, and I have them cut at 2.5 feet on each side, and I'll be welding those on to the very back here, and that's going to be the front. So that's what we got going right now. Alright, so I just got this welded up, and I've got a piece of 1.5 square tubing right here, and this is still the 1 3/4, but I've got it welded down there, and I'm going to be able to slide my 1 inch down inside of here. Now there's going to be a lot of play, but this is long enough. I'm not too worried about the thing flying out at me, but so you'll understand here in a second once I start getting this set up. And I got the back parts welded on, so yeah, now for the next step. Okay, so next what I did is I cut some tubing 15 inches long, but this tubing is bigger than the 1 inch. It's actually 1 1/4 from outside to outside, which means that this piece will fit over a piece of 1 inch square tubing. So this piece, these 2 pieces will fit over the top of 1 inch. The wall thickness of these is 0.095. I don't think 1/8 inch would work. It might, never know, who knows. But anyway, so what I'm going to do here is I cut off these little pieces right here, about 1/8 inch or so, and I'm going to weld them in a diamond shape like that on here, and that's what's going to stop it from when it slides down over the top of a 1 inch tubing. So those are going to be my stops. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm working on the Y shape portion of it, and I have 2 pieces, this piece and that piece over there, cut at let me see here, cut at 20 inches, and each end from point to point is 20 inches, and each end is cut at 22.5 and 22.5. Then we have another piece here. This is cut at 3 feet, and each end is cut at 22.5. So I'm going to be welding these together to equal a 45 degrees here. So let's do that quick. Okay, so then what I decided to do is I cut 2 pieces. After I did those and welded those up, I cut 2 pieces. One side is flat, and the other side is cut at 22.5. Welded onto there, and from the tip of the point that was cut, from the tip up, it's 16.5 inches. So I cut 2 of those, that one and that one, and weld them into place. So yeah, so we got 16.5 right there. From there down to there and welded. Alrighty. Okay, so now, remember these things? Okay, I welded up the end so it'll be able to slide over the 1 inch tubing. Now I'm going to take some chain and lay it on here, tack it up, and then weld so it comes out like that. Okay, see how that looks? Yeah, because that's what the surgical tubing is going to go through. So let me get this next one done. Okay, there we go. We got it welded. And you can see how it slides right down over the top. And it fits right down inside of there. Okay. Now I've already pulled back on this thing where the straps are going to be, where the bungee, or not bungee cord, but the surgical tubing is going to be. I've already pulled back on those bars, and I'm thinking I'm going to have to reinforce this neck right here, because just with my strength pulling it back, I can probably break this weld, maybe. So I'll probably re-strengthen that up a little bit more. Yeah. Okay, so now that I have these welded, I think what I'm going to do is I'm pull my wire wheel them all down, get a lot of this rust off, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this Plasti Dip spray, and then I'm going to spray that onto the chain, because that's going to make contact with the rubber straps with this stuff here, to make contact with that. And if I have a steel on this, then it'll probably rust more and then eventually start cutting into those rubber straps, so we don't want that going on. So I'm going to spray it down, at least the chain parts, with this Plasti Dip stuff. Yep. Yeah. Okay, well, I got those all painted up. Well, not really painted, but you know, got that rubberized stuff on there, that Plasti Dip stuff. And then I also put in that extra brace down there, just a little something simple. I then put in this extra bar right there to help strengthen up that neck there. And then I just simply took these bars, 1/8" bars, and just welded them on the outside going down here, which will give it more strength up towards these areas. So, yeah. Alright. Okay, well, what I'm doing here is I'm making the sling. How I'm going to have this is I've got a piece of fabric here, and I think this is, I don't know what it is. I want to say it's cowhide, but it's not quite. It's not as strong as that stuff. But I'm going to be, I marked the center of it, and I'm going to be sewing this together so that way it'll create a cradle. And then I'll be taking these and wrapping them inside up like this, and then hopefully this will work, because I've thought about using maybe even a sock and all sorts of stuff, and I just don't understand how that could work. Or well, somebody had recommended that, but I'm like, well, God, how am I going to do that? So this looks like this is the best idea that I can come up with. So let's get working on it. Okay, so we got the sling made up here, and I've got those handles inside of here, and I don't know if I'm gonna have to cut this open and try to loop the rubber down through them or what. So I'm not really too sure how I'm gonna do this. And damn it. Alright, well, whatever. At least I got that sewed together, and that took me a lot longer than I expected. Okay, well, I'm getting ready to thread this up, and I'm thinking what I might be able to do here is, since I have those plastic pieces going through the handles, I might be able to thread it up through there, go through the plastic piece, and come out up here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this zip tie, and I don't think I'm going to zip tie it. I think, you know, this knot might be able to hold it, but I'll be able to stick the zip tie up through there and thread this all the way through, and then go through that and go back and forth. I hope. God, I hope so. Alright. Go. See where it went?
No.
Didn't show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, probably too bright. Oh well, but it went pretty far. It went to, like, if you see that trailer right there, it went to about 1/4 of the way there. Maybe if we had a better sling, it might have been able to hold better. But yeah, we'll try this out. At least we'll have something set up. What? Oh man. Jeez. This has turned out to be nothing but a joke. Well, we'll figure something out here. Alright guys, well, I'll have to tie this up way better. make a better sling. But anyways, there you go.
We want rubber.
We need more rubber, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We want rubber. So
Here, Allie. Stand right here with it, and I'll show people how far we can pull it back. Make sure no sunlight gets into the picture, though, because it'll just make the whole picture dark. Pull this all back together here. Anyway, get the sling on here. Pull it back to right about here, and the way the steel is set up back here, I'll probably have to put another crossbar down in front, because when I pull it back over here, it starts to tip. So I'll have to put something up in front there. I'll be able to pull this thing all the way back and launch it. Launch these water balloons. That'd be kind of fun, because then while you guys are driving around on the go-karts, I'll be trying to shoot you with water balloons.
hey!
That'll be fun. Alright, well, we're going to have to readjust these things a little bit because the pouch is totally falling apart on me. See, I think, see what's happening there? On this side, the bar, or the plastic handle, is totally ripped out the side. That one's kind of staying intact, but it's not staying solid. And once I pull this thing back, I can pull it back to about right to there. So, yeah, this will work, but I just need a better sling. The sling is just totally falling apart. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, there we go. Homemade gigantic slingshot. So, rate, comment on this video. Tell me, guys, what you think. If you have any good ideas on what I can use for a sling, because this is a lot of stress and a lot of force on this material, whatever I need. You know, ain't got the money to buy a big old leather thing. So, I have somebody fab it up for me, but I don't know. Alright. But anyways, guys, rate, comment on this video. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you later. And subscribe. Don't forget that. Bye-bye.